Ladies and gentlemen, Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing proudly presents 8 rounds for the ABO America's Super Lightweight Championship. Let's bring out your fighters. Please welcome to the ring, Dieumerci Nzau. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing presents 8 rounds for the ABO America's Super Lightweight Championship. Your judges for this championship fight, Don Ackerman, Alan Nace, and Tom Schreck. And when the action begins in the ring, your referee in charge is championship veteran Ron Littman. And now, introducing, fighting out of our blue corner, wearing red tonight. He weighed in at 141.8 pounds. His record, 11 victories versus 8 defeats, and 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Silver Spring, Maryland, by way of the African Congo. Introducing Dieumerci Nzau. And now his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears black, weighing in at 142.8 pounds. This fighter is undefeated with 10 victories, no defeats, 3 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of East Hartford, Connecticut. He is the 2018 Connecticut Fighter of the Year, presenting Action Anthony Laureano.
Referee Juan Lipton to give the instructions to the fighters.
And Laureano certainly is a guy who lives up to his nickname. Every fight he's in is an action fight. He's in with a veteran in Nzau, who's been in with some good fighters. We'll see how it goes.
I'm going to remind you both now, respect each other, obey my commands. We are going to keep it strictly professional. No unsportsmanlike conduct will be tolerated. Good luck to you both.
You know, some people were predicting the 3 title bouts tonight, this one being one of the big fights. A lot of action, guys going back and forth. You know, Nzau is a really heavy hitter, you know, with 8 knockouts.
Yeah, but Nzau has been going south lately, so I don't expect Laureano to really have a lot of trouble with him. But Nzau is the guy who comes to fight, but Laureano, in my mind, is the clear favorite. But as we saw in the last fight, the favorite don't always win. Both guys are sizing them up right now.
Laureano in the black trunks, Nzau in the red with the white trim. Laureano, a native of East Hartford and a New England Golden Glove champion in 2016.
Laureano has a slight height and reach advantage. And Nzau has been working his jab a little bit, having mild success with it as Anthony is sizing him up, taking his time right now. As you can see, Nzau has been in there, has some experience.
Using that stick really nice, Laureano.
Knows how to get out of the way of punches, taking a little half step back.
Nice little jab, right hand.
Right now it doesn't look like Nzau has too much pop, but he's moving his hands, keeping Laureano thinking a little bit.
This fight is for the ABO America's Championship. The first of 3 title fights tonight, Ron.
That is correct. Laureano's been a little short with his punches in this first round, which has allowed Nzau to counter him a little bit and kind of even things out for him. Nzau is content on popping the jab, scoring little punches here and there.
Nice 1, 2, 3 for Laureano. You know, you and Joe have done such a great job working with this kid the last 2 years. In the 2.5 years.
Oh, good right hand by Nzau. Stunned Laureano.
Oh, wow.
That came out of nowhere. He put a little power behind it.
And Laureano felt that.
He did, because he went back into the ropes.
Another straight right.
Nzau really sat down on that punch. Put his hips into it and let it go, and it landed right on the chin. It's the best punch in the round so far.
Coming to the end of the first round.
Laureano looks a little lethargic, as if he's not loose yet.
Besides,
you know, I'd have to give that round to Nzau based on the best punch of the round going to him.
I was just going to ask you that. And besides that big right hand by Nzau, who do you give the first round to?
I would give it to him because they basically nullified each other with the jab.
Pretty active Laureano has been the last 2 years, getting to 10-0. Laureano getting his instructions here.
That was the guy about the opponent. A very surprising round and a good one for Nzau. I think Laureano needs to pick up the pace a little bit and get a little more aggressive. Put his punches together coming in off the jab, but Nzau is countering very nicely and presenting a little bit of a problem now. And Nzau is loading up a little on his punches, a lot more than in the first round. He certainly has come to fight. Laureano is basically throwing one punch at a time. But there the fighters exchange. But Nzau is a little tricky. He slides back and to an angle, which causes Laureano to miss as their heads come together. Little half move back with the upper body by Nzau, but Laureano just landed a nice combination. The fight certainly is heating up right now. Both fighters letting their hands go, standing in front of each other. Nice combination by Laureano as Nzau tries to answer back, but right now
nice body
Laureano
shot by Laureano.
landing the bigger punches. It's a much better round for Laureano. But Nzau has not given an inch and is standing in there with him. There's a nice veteran move, making Laureano miss with the right hand. There's a little bit of swelling under the left eye of Nzau, it appears to be. Heads have been coming together quite a bit.
Nice test here tonight for Laureano.
I think it's a better test than he expected.
Oh, no doubt. But you know what? He needs these types of fights. Ron, he needs these types of fights to get to that next level and be battle tested. So when he gets his opportunity, he's ready.
And let's not forget, Laureano's been off for a few months, so maybe a little bit of rust that first round, but he's certainly
Nice
coming on
uppercut.
strongly. But
Nice
Nzau
left
is
hook.
answering back. Oh, nice right left by Nzau. And he's mixing up his punches, but Laureano's standing right there. Oh, big overhand right by Laureano. And Nzau was making a good account of himself.
Laureano hit Nzau with some good shots at the end there, and he just kept coming forward.
I think Laureano's size and strength might eventually wear down Nzau, but right now he's holding his own. Why? Why? Don't.
Start of the second round.
It's the third round, Nick. If you paid attention, you know where we are. And stop looking at your phone. Nzau came out strong this round. I'm going to kill you the whole time.
I see
The gloves are off. I'm going to kill you. I've been too nice already, putting up with you for 2.5 fights.
that.
Like anybody's watching, Boy, Nzau's really doing some good work here. But here comes Anthony.
Nice right hand on the way in by Laureano.
But he got countered with a left hook. This is why they call him Action Anthony, because he gives you action. The question in my mind is whether Nzau can sustain over the course of 8 rounds, which in the past he hasn't been able to. But right now he looks pretty good, and his hand speed looked pretty good. Boy, are they mixing it up.
Wow, what an exchange.
Nzau is really playing to the crowd, and they're eating it up big time. Boy, another great fight right here.
Nice body. Nice comeback and counter by Nzau.
Nzau looks like he's having a lot of fun in there. As he's turned southpaw, trying to confuse the angle of attack of Laureano. And now he turns back righty. Oh, big right hand by Laureano. That
nice,
hurt.
and he hurt him. He hurt Nzau.
And Nzau's in trouble.
And he's going to come and try to finish him right here.
But Nzau is firing back, but he's definitely hurt.
Nice left.
Oh, big left hand. Oh, big right.
Oh,
Nzau's in big
Laureano
trouble.
is going for broke, trying to finish Nzau. Great action in the corner.
Nzau would be good to tie up Laureano right now. Oh, big right hand. Nzau is a sit and duck right now, but he's firing back with Laureano. I think the end is there. Nzau's legs aren't there. He's taking monster shots.
Unbelievable action. And Laureano is in the corner.
Laureano is all over him.
End of the round. Looks like he might make it through here, Ron.
He needs that belt desperately.
He took some big, big shots in the third round.
But look at him. Look at him. Look at Nzau. The corner is frantically trying to revive him.
Laureano hit him with everything.
But the kitchen sink.
Yes,
And
I was going to say
Nzau
it, but
took it, fired his own shots, but took big damage, and that doesn't bode well for Nzau's chances, as the doctors are instructing him, the referee, to take a close look. No, it looks like the doctor's going to stop the fight. No.
Will Lipton, if that happens again, Ron, you think Lipton will let it go? Or
No,
he'll stop
I
it?
think the doctor said if he takes those kind of shots, jump in and stop it. Look at Nzau jump out of the corner as he tried to sneak around the referee. And Lipton is losing a little bit of control of this fight. Laureano comes right out bombing, but Nzau's going down swinging, I can tell you that.
What an entertaining fight. I can't believe it. What
Look
great
at him go.
fights.
I think this is the last stand of Nzau. Look at him. He's got that warrior mentality. And Laureano is just obliging by landing some crisp, clean shots. Hand it to Laureano. He's kept his composure really well.
I sure has.
Oh, double right hand by Laureano. Laureano's jab has really done some damage and set up the right hand. But Nzau is ever the entertainer right to the end, and that may not be far.
You know, Nzau does not want this fight stopped, Ron.
No,
he wants to
listen.
continue to fight.
He's trying really hard, and he's done some good work in here, but Laureano, as I suspected, would take over. His strength and size is wearing down Nzau, and he's starting to land clean, hard shots. Nzau should concentrate more on blocking the shots and landing some of his own rather than mugging to the crowd.
Some great action here.
That was a nice move by Nzau, moving out of the way of a big right hand. But unlike earlier in the fight, he came back with nothing.
I want to know who matched these fights tonight.
If you had a clue, then you'd know. But being you don't have a clue, nobody's going to tell you. I want to know how you got here. Nick Garone, the one and only, doing blow by blow tonight and doing a fine job of it, I must say.
It's great to be side by side, right next to Hall of Fame matchmaker Ron Katz. Even though he dogged me on that second round. Laureano keeps his composure.
He's really pot-shotting very nicely here with the jab. And then sneaking a right hand in. Nzau is still moving forward, but his punches are not having the same effect as they had earlier in the match, as we are just about halfway through.
The end of 4 rounds. What an entertaining fight here at Resorts World Catskills Casino and Resort. Star Boxing puts on a classic so far with these matchups. Unbelievable. Anthony Laureano and Dieumerci Nzau in a barn burner. Bringing boxing back to an unbelievable tradition here in the Catskills. Mike Tyson, Rocky Marciano, Muhammad Ali, all of them trained up here. Unbelievable.
There we go in round 5. Nzau still moving forward. Laureano counter punching, still working off the jab. Or Nzau, however you'd like to say it.
It's just surprising to me that Laureano doesn't have more knockouts. Have you matched him up against guys with really good chins, getting him the rounds, getting him the reps?
Well, I think part of the problem is the technique that he displays when throwing punches, that he's not getting full leverage on his punches. As you can see there, they're a little wide. He's a little flat-footed, and he doesn't turn his shoulders and hips into his punches many times. He's a strong kid.
He lands a lot, but
and
not
he does land a lot, but you'd think he'd have more knockouts. But they may come. He's still learning. He has to learn distance control, but he's still a young kid. He's only got 10 fights, I believe, whatever it is. My own fighter, I don't even know. It's all right.
10-0.
He's working hard, as is Nzau, and giving the fans a show. He's definitely running first in the match now, but Nzau is there, but he's getting hit a lot more than he was earlier in the fight. See, Anthony has a tendency to fall in as he's punching and leave his head exposed in the middle. And as he fights a higher quality fighter, he's certainly going to have to tighten that up because they will take advantage of it. As you can see right there, his head sort of follows his jabs.
And he lowers that hand when he throws that jab.
That's correct, which leaves him open. But right now, Nzau is a little low on energy and isn't making him pay as he did earlier. Big right hands by Laureano. That's not a good place for Nzau to be. As you can see, Laureano just doesn't have the kind of leverage he should have. He's more or less winging punches rather than sitting down on those punches.
I have to give it to Nzau. He's taking some big, big shots, and the crowd is going nuts here. I mean, I can't believe the crowd here.
They are into the fights.
Nzau has taken some big shots, and he's still there.
He's been rattled on a couple of occasions. He's got a little puffiness under the left eye. Laureano certainly is in the lead right now, as the doctor is advising referee Ron Lipton. What did he say, Cassie? What did he say?
You wanted to call time in the middle of the break, and I said, you can't do that. You gotta wait until it goes.
Here we go.
And
Doctor takes
Dr.
one.
Netton took a quick look at Nzau, make sure he's okay before sending him out for round 6. As you can see, Laureano a little stiff arm with his punches right there. As you can see, he's flat-footed. Look at his feet. He just doesn't get the proper turn into his punches. And if he learns how to, he'll see that he has a lot more power.
He almost falls backwards a little bit, Laureano, when he throws his punches.
Well, his balance isn't great. He throws nice punches, but if he can clean up his technique and learn how to throw them correctly, he's going to do a lot more damage. And he just got caught with a nice little left hand by Nzau. Laureano messing with me at ringside. As you can see, he's launching nice combinations, but there really isn't a ton of power behind it.
You know what, Laureano though, he is really
that was a nice uppercut.
Nzau up.
As you can see, Anthony bent his left shoulder and threw the uppercut with a little power. But then he dropped his hand and got caught with a left hand by Nzau. You know, he's a prospect. He's got a lot to learn.
Nice
but he has some
combination.
skills, and he's a strong kid and a hard worker. But he, as I mentioned earlier, he is wearing Nzau down with his size and strength.
Oh, nice left hook by Laureano.
And Nzau's looking a little worse for the wear right now and could be stopped if Anthony puts something on him. It's all Laureano right now. Nzau is showing gameness, but not
Nice
much
right
offense.
hand by Laureano. Laureano is tuning Nzau up right now. Another
Big
good,
right hand.
beautiful shot by Laureano. He is really looking good, and he finishes strong at the end of that sixth round.
Nzau threw a punch after the bell, but now apologizes. And the crowd is letting him hear it.
Right at the end by Nzau, which was wrong. He was wrong to do that, and Lipton does not take a point away.
Well, that's the right thing to do. He gave him a stern warning. I think the doctor just told the corner of Nzau that
It's
if he
been all
continues
Laureano.
to take
Nzau has shown a lot of heart.
take this kind of punishment, they're going to stop the fight. Don't ever step on me again when I'm speaking. Nzau certainly has shown a ton of heart and willingness. He's just outgunned right now. Early on, he had some very good moments, but as the fight has worn on, it's become all Laureano. But it's been an all-action fight.
If you're a boxing fan, you come to an arena and you see a fight like this, you go out entertained, period.
Absolutely. Even though one guy is now more or less having his way, the other guy is still in there trying, throwing punches. And the crowd and fans appreciate that.
Ooh, nice left hook, doubled up to the head, to the body for Laureano. And another left, and another left.
The end could be very
And
near.
another left. Laureano unloading.
That's it.
And that's a good stoppage. That's a good stoppage. He took a lot of punishment, Nzau.
Nice stoppage by Lipton. That was a good job.
I'll tell you right now, Laureano looked
And the
good
crowd
tonight.
is really appreciative of it.
And you know what? There's no reason to let that fight go on. There's no reason to let that fight go on. 1 minute, 5 seconds of round 7. Laureano gets his 4th knockout. Really big win, and he wins the ABO America's Championship belt against a hard-fought, very tough Nzau with a lot of heart. But Laureano came through in the end and stopped him, and it was a good stoppage. (11-0). Laureano improves to 11-0. Great performance tonight. I know Joe DeGuardia is very high on Laureano. He's been taking him along just right. The right opponents at the right time, building him, and he'll continue, like Ron Katz said, he'll continue to grow. Let's go to Jazz Sikora.
Championship veteran Ron Littman steps in and stops the fight at 1 minute and 5 seconds of the 7th round. Your winner by TKO and the new ABO America's Super Lightweight Champion and still undefeated Action Anthony Laureano.
Shout out once again to Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing, coming from you, coming from the Resorts World Catskills Casino and Resort here, Monticello, New York. What a great card tonight Joe has put on. I'm here with Ron Katz in this beautiful arena. What a way to bring back boxing to the Catskills with some great fights.
July 19th, Star Boxing at Huntington, Long Island, presenting Rockin' Fights 35. Once again on July 19th in Huntington, New York, Long Island, presenting Rockin' Fights 35.